the ranking member, Ms. Plaskett, for her 5 minutes of questions. Oh, can't do that. We're on Mr. Sauer.
He's on his way.
Oh, okay.
He's walking right now.
We'll stay. Committee will suspend. I didn't look up. There we go. Apologize to our witnesses. We had some votes, but we'll now turn to the ranking member for 5 minutes question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Before the break, our colleagues were concerned and accused Democrats of refusing to condemn something that we have no actual facts about. The case is beyond our factual understanding at this time, and other than what Republicans have told us today. Thanks to a long and exhaustive examination by the January 6th committee, however, we do know for a fact that the January 6th was spurred by President Trump, who used disinformation and violent rhetoric to egg on extremists and conspiracy theorists. And Senator Schmidt and Mr. Landry, the two witnesses who were dismissed before their extreme and false claims could be tested under cross-examination, played an active role in that. They were a key part of the Republican Attorney General's Association, which sponsored a robocall urging people to come to the Capitol on January 6th. That's what they were here for in their role as Attorney Generals during that time. My colleagues, Ms. Wasserman Schultz, attempted to play that call earlier, but technical difficulties prevented her from doing so. So I have asked that we can play that now so that everyone can see and hear exactly what Mr. Landry and Senator Schmidt did and the violence and chaos that resulted.
Calling from the Rule of Law Defense Fund with an important message. We march to Big America tomorrow in Washington, D.C. at the Ellipse in President's Park between East Street and Constitution Avenue on the south side of the White House, with doors opening at 7 o'clock a.m. At 1 o'clock p.m., we will march to the Capitol building and call on Congress to stop the steal. We are hoping patriots like you will join us to continue to fight to protect the integrity of our elections. For more information, visit marchtosbuildamerica.com. This call is paid for and authorized by the Rule of Law Defense Fund, 202-796-5838.
We just witnessed what was just given to us right now was real evidence, facts. We just witnessed our very real crimes and violence that erupted because of what these witnesses' actions did. If they had been here, I'd ask them about that. I want to know also, and I'll yield time to see if any of my colleagues would like to condemn the violence of January 6th. Not just the violence of all things that are happening in America, but the violence on January 6th.
Did the gentlelady yield?
Are you going to condemn it? It's a yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Same here.
Same here. We all have, on record many times.
No, you not all have not, and we know that.
Oh, wow.
But yield, reclaiming my time. So Mr. Landry's appearance before the committee today gave him free publicity. We know that he's running for governor, and the chairman's decision to dismiss him in his role as Attorney General before questions means he can't be held accountable for the efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Another, no, I will not at this time.
Okay, thanks.
But one of the things I would ask him about is other things that he was involved in with Donald Trump. As you can see on the screen, this is testimony given deposition of the Attorney General Barr. And it states, how about discussions, General Barr, about the possible appointment of special counsel to invest the allegations of election fraud? Do you recall any of that? Answer, yes. I remember there was some discussions about special counsel, and I forgot how this came up, but I didn't feel there was any predicate or basis for naming a special counsel, and I was opposed to it. And I think there was a proposal made. I remember a proposal being made to take a state attorney general being appointed, and I wanted to find out, I thought there might be a way to addressing that without just saying no, and it turned out state law precluded it. Question, yeah, was that Louisiana? Do you recall? Answer, I think it was Louisiana. I think it was Jeff Landry, maybe. Mr. Landry was President Trump's choice to be the special counsel to investigate allegations of election fraud. Mr. Sauer, and I apologize for not having pronounced your name properly before, yes or no, Do you believe that the fraud impacted the outcome of the 2020 election? I'm sorry, you have to hit the...
I'm sorry, I have no opinion on that. That is totally aside from the evidence that we brought forth to the committee today.
At this time, that's no opinion? You don't have an opinion on whether there was fraud or not?
I've never studied the evidence that you're
But you
referring
were
to. I've never seen the deposition transcript you just put
I didn't ask
forward.
about the deposition transcript. I asked you if you believe that there was election fraud in 2020.
I don't have an opinion on that to
Okay,
express in the
thank you.
committee today.
Mr. Seligman, same question. Did fraud impact the outcome of the 2020 election?
No, without question.
Was there any evidence of fraud?
There was no evidence of fraud in any amount that was remotely close to what it would have taken to affect the outcome of the election.
So how did so many people come to believe that such fraud existed?
Because they were told that by people who should have known better.
Thank you, and I yield back.
Gentlewoman's time has expired, yields back. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Gates.